It often sounds like blogging is the job of the decade. Fashion bloggers, movie bloggers, marketing bloggers, these people are popping up everywhere. Contrary to popular belief, it is not easy to be able to actually make a living out of blogging. But running a great blog can bring various advantages to your brand, your company, or your personal brand, including creating an additional income stream. First of all, let's see what a blog is. The word itself comes from the union of the two words web and log. A blog is basically a website consisting of entries, also called posts, appearing in reverse chronological order with the most recent entry appearing first. It's similar in format to a daily journal. Various other words are derived from the term blog. Blogging is the act of writing a post for a blog. A blogger is a person who writes content for a blog. The blogosphere is the online community of blogs and bloggers. The earliest blogs started in the late 1990s as online diaries. Bloggers would post information about their lives and opinions. As blogs evolved, other more interactive features were added to create a real conversation between the blogger and his or her audience. Readers could, for example, comment on blog posts or link to posts on other blogs and websites to expand the conversation. Today, there are over 100 million blogs, and this number is constantly growing. Blogs have become much more than online diaries. Many bloggers today have become very influential personalities in the entertainment industry, in fashion, and also politics. I know this might sound really exciting, but there are various things that you need to consider before launching your own blog and to make sure that blogging is right for you. With respect to any other tool, blogging is really all about writing, or mostly about writing. So you need to enjoy writing. If you don't like it at all, you necessarily need to find someone who's willing to do that for you. You need to be passionate about your topic. You cannot fake passion. There's absolutely no way to do that. So you really need to be enthusiastic to be able to convey that same passion to your audience. Blogging takes time. Whether you plan to write an article per day or just one per week, you need to make sure you are in a position where you can commit to it. You cannot launch a blog and then suddenly stop updating it because you don't have time anymore, and then maybe start posting again one day. You need to have a rhythm, and you need to keep that rhythm. If after this you think blogging is the right thing for you, great. Now let's see how a blog can help you grow your business. A blog is a powerful means to show that you are competent. You have the space to turn your knowledge into words and make your prospective clients understand that you are the expert who can solve their problems. When you try to come up with ideas for your articles, you need to perform at least some research on Google to try and understand whether someone is already talking about it, what they are saying, and how. This way, you can make sure your content is always unique, but most of all, you will stay up to date with anything that is happening in your industry. This translates into more knowledge and expertise that, in a vicious cycle, translates into more valuable content and more clients that trust you and want to do business with you. With a blog, you also give people an additional chance to find you, especially through search engines. You'll definitely see an improvement in your positioning in terms of search engine optimization. A blog is a great place where you can build your own list of contacts. Remember, when we talk about the difference between self-hosted communities and communities on social media, if you build an email list, all those email addresses are for you to keep. They are no one else's. We'll have a whole lecture that will teach you how to build your list. You can also use your blog as a means to create additional revenue for your business by selling some sections of it as advertising spaces, for example, but we'll see this more in details in a dedicated lecture as well. Last but not least, you must be wondering, how do I practically create my own blog? Most blogs now are WordPress based. As stated on WordPress.com, WordPress started as just a blogging system but has evolved to be used as full content management system and so much more through the thousands of plugins and widgets and themes available. You can create your blog without any coding knowledge. Since the web is full of many fantastic tutorials that show you how you can create your own WordPress blog, I collected some of my favorite ones in a PDF file you can find in the additional resource section of this lecture. Check it out and don't forget to post a question in the discussion area if you need more assistance. Now, ready to find out how to create content with purpose? Let's dive into our next lecture. One of my absolute favorite quotes is this one: "If you fail to plan, you plan to fail." And apparently it's a quote from Benjamin Franklin. Well, it doesn't really matter who said it. What matters is that it states a fundamental truth for anyone who has to do with business and/or marketing. By now, you should perfectly know what an editorial calendar is and how to use it. In the template you downloaded, you must have noticed a section dedicated to your blog. In fact, you should have a clear plan for your blog and have a clear idea what you are going to post and when. The first thing that you should decide is how often you are going to post. You should publish a regular update, maybe every week or every day or every 3 days, you decide, but be reasonable. Your goal should be to provide quality, not quantity. Be realistic. Writing takes time, and if you don't have time to write an article every day, that's completely fine. Think about how you could fit writing into your everyday schedule. Then you should decide what to post. Whatever your blog is about, here's a great tip to come up with a long-term list of articles. Imagine you're creating a course about your chosen topic. If you had to teach your stuff to someone else, what would you start off with? Plan each article as if it were a very small module of your course. Empower your readers. Take them through a journey and turn them into experts, one article at a time. Once your blog is full of very useful articles, you can add a Start Here page, providing a list of the most important links that new users should read so they can immediately get a feel as to what the blog is about and taste some of your best content. Don't forget to include an About page as well. In this page, you'll tell people who you are and why they should follow you and read your blog. Bring numbers, case studies, pictures, videos, customer testimonials, anything that can be used as a social proof. I know this might sound trivial, but don't include any false information, please. Because in the end, the quality of your blog posts will speak for yourself, so no need to lie. Honesty should not only be at the basis of your About page, but all of your articles and marketing efforts in general. We live in an era where information is accessible to anyone. If you write something that is untrue, people will find out, and you will regret it. The reason why I feel I have to mention this is that many people often feel like they are not good enough and there is no reason why people should listen to them. So they sometimes make up some false information to validate their position. But let me tell you, you don't need to do that. Again, the quality of your writing will speak for you and will be far more effective than any other university degree or job title on your CV. You need to be remarkable, be different. We mentioned that the blogosphere currently counts over 100 million blogs, so it's very likely that whatever you want to talk about has been already covered by someone else. But the great news is that it has never been covered by you. Add your touch, your experience, and your personality and let it shine through. People will love it. Moreover, this will help you build an audience that you can also relate with on a personal level, which will definitely play in your favor if these people convert into actual customers, because they already know you, but most of all, they already like you. Many people prefer seeing pictures instead of reading. That's a fact. In the age of social media, it is of paramount importance to produce a lot of visual content that captures the attention of the laziest readers. You don't even need to be an experienced graphic designer to do that, as there are lots of free online tools that can help you create visually appealing artworks that you can share on your blog and social media accounts, for example Canva or PicMonkey. Last but not least, the number one rule of blogging is that whatever you post, you need to like it yourself. You're passionate about your topic, right? Then, would you visit your blog and read your articles if they were written by someone else? Only if the answer is yes, then you're on the right track. When we speak about digital marketing in general, each single action of appreciation that you can get from your audience is valuable. A like on Facebook, a follow on Twitter, a repost on Instagram, all of these things are huge. However, that is just one big asset that you can have online, and that is your email list. We mentioned how popular social media sites are, especially for Facebook and Twitter. We talked about millions of users. This translates into millions of different types of posts and content that a user could easily get distracted with on this kind of sites. Their email box instead is a much quieter place. When you send someone an email, you're playing with your own rules. You create your content in the way you wish to create it, and your imagination is literally your only limit. There is also a debate going on as to whether social media, or at least the ones that are most popular now, are here to stay or just a fad. Whatever the correct answer is, only time will tell. But one thing is certain, emails are here to stay. But how should you use email communication to build and strengthen a bond with your customers? First of all, pay strong attention to the first email you send, the so-called welcome email that welcomes users to the mailing list. The email should authentically reflect your own personality. Be you. This will be useful to the subscriber to understand what kind of content he's going to receive from you and what he or she should generally expect from you. Always remind your subscribers that you are there for them. Don't make people forget about you. If they get an email from you after 3 months of silence, they might not remember who you are at all and quickly unsubscribe from your list. And you don't want that to happen. We also said multiple times that marketing, any type of marketing, is an exchange, which means that somebody gives you their email address and you need to give them some value in return. Give them an ebook in exchange for their email. Give them any other downloadable resources or any other valuable content that is only available to subscribers. Keep your promise. Don't say that something is exclusively available to subscribers and then you just post it on your blog for everyone to download. Respect your subscribers and reward them, and you'll gain their trust. If you're uncertain about what topics are most appealing to your audience, there's a really helpful tool that is called BuzzSumo that lets you see what articles are the most popular on any site. If you don't have a large number of articles yet on your blog, you can simply take a look at the most popular posts on your competitor's blog to get an idea of what you could be writing about. Okay, so now you know what you should write in your emails, but how do you get people to sign up? First of all, you need a dedicated sign up page on your blog. You can specify there what kind of content people are going to receive by signing up, and maybe what kind of downloadable resources, and of course include the sign up form. Don't use the classic sign up button. Write something more original. If people are going to get an ebook if they sign up, then write send me the ebook. But this is just an example. Also, place your form on different areas of your blog. Place it at the end of articles, place it on your blog sidebar, anywhere provided that people can see it. A great way to get subscribers is through this plugin. It basically adds a completely customizable pop-up window to your WordPress blog. All users who are about to close their browser window and leave your blog will see that. Pop-ups simply work. Many people hate them because they believe they are intrusive and annoying, but this plugin here is not intrusive at all. Trust me, give it a try. Another strategy might be that of adding to your email signature a link to your sign-up page. You can also collect emails in person if you attend events, but obviously make sure you have permission to do so. Okay, now you know how to collect emails and what kind of emails to send to your subscribers. But how can you technically create a list and send out email updates? You can use various services to do so, but my most favorite is MailChimp. MailChimp is totally free until you reach 2,000 subscribers, which is great to start off with. Just like WordPress, MailChimp is incredibly popular on the web, and there are so many awesome tutorials to learn how to use it. Check out the lecture resources for a list of links to my favorite ones. One last tip I want to leave you with is select your subscribers. Having a limit of 2,000 subscribers for the free plan means that each subscriber has a cost for you if you go above that amount, so be selective. We said that you should be particularly authentic in your first email, and that's true also because of this. Don't try to appeal to everyone just because you want to grow your list. Do it smartly. Try to appeal to the right people, only to those that could potentially convert into actual customers. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this section, there are people who have actually made a living out of blogging, but to be honest, that's a pretty rare case. People think they can just quit their jobs and start a blog and become millionaires, but that's not the case. However, I do think that for you as an entrepreneur, running a blog can help you create an additional income stream. It's never bad to be able to make some money on the side, right? So let's see how to do it. There are two types of income you can generate thanks to your blog: passive and active income. Passive income makes money for you without any direct effort. For example, a book generates passive income because once it's written, it makes you money and you don't have to keep working on it. Active income instead requires direct, active efforts. My opinion is that the expression passive income is not really right because it's not really passive. Writing a book or producing anything that is worth spreading, anything that will guarantee a steady flow of income, requires a lot of work. However, for the sake of simplicity, I will keep referring to it as passive income, but please don't see it as some kind of get-rich-quick type of thing. Let's look at some examples of passive income. Through affiliate marketing, you earn a commission by promoting other people's products. You can find a product you like, you promote it to others, and earn a piece of the profit for each sale that you make. What is so great about affiliate marketing is that you don't have to invest the time and effort to create your own product. Please know that you can only do great profits with your affiliate marketing if your users trust you. If they don't, they will not buy something just because you recommend it. Nurture your relationship with your readers and build trust. If you think affiliate marketing could be a good option for you, take a look at ClickBank and see whether there is something you could use. Probably the most popular idea of how to make money online is and will always be advertising banners. You can create an AdSense account and start putting Google banners all over the place, but to be honest, you'll see that unless you seriously have hundreds of thousands of visitors per week, you won't get any real profit from it. Moreover, AdSense banners tend to give your site a sort of spammy look. You might have understood that I'm not a huge fan of Google AdSense. If you want to promote something on your blog, do it smartly. Seek out for sponsorship opportunities. Fashion bloggers make most of their money reviewing clothes, shoes, accessories, and that is exactly what you should do. Well, not necessarily with clothes, but you get the point. If your blog is about food recipes, contact, for example, a producer of olive oil and ask them if they will be interested in paying you and sending you some of their product in exchange for some special mention of the product on your blog. Maybe you might charge an extra amount if for a specific period of time you will not mention any other type of olive oil and just use theirs. If you're a travel blogger, you can contact a hotel and see if they're interested in having you there for one night and paying you for a review of your experience. There are many companies actively looking for bloggers that could promote their products, so you don't want to miss the chance of being approached by one of these companies. Make sure you have a sponsor page or work with me page in your blog and include the following information about your blog: number of monthly unique visitors, number of monthly page views, number of social media followers, your advertising policy. What kind of products are you looking to promote, or what kind of things you do not want to promote? Any other information that could be useful to a potential sponsor, such as what kind of specific market niche you are tapping. So these are the kind of information you should include. You may also have your very own product to sell, and if you don't, I'm sure you have valuable experience that people would pay for. Translate your experience into actual information and make this information available for a price, maybe in the form of an online program. Maybe you can just launch your own course on Udemy, or an ebook or a premium section on your website. There is a great plugin called Memberful that allows you to do just that. Many bloggers have made loads of money selling the so-called information products. But now let's see what kind of active income you can get from your blog. We said that a blog can give great exposure to your brand. This increase in exposure will open up so many great opportunities for you. Apart from increasing your customer base, you will start being perceived as an industry expert. So you might be invited as a speaker to events, and some people might be happy to pay you for a consultation, whether or not you position yourself as a consultant in the first place. Active income is anything that comes out of the fact that you are blogging and you get exposure from your blog. The bad thing here is that there is going to be a limit as to the number of people that can hire you for a consultation, or as to the number of events you can take part in as a speaker. With passive income, instead, you don't have this limitation. Successful bloggers do both, and this is a never-ending cycle. The more you do, the more people will spread your word, the more people will know about your work, and the more companies and customers will be willing to pay you. Now I have homework for you. Make a list of 20 companies you could contact to ask for a sponsorship. Try to be reasonable and honest with yourself. Which companies would seriously benefit from having their product or service promoted on your blog? Think about it and write down 20 names.